everything, all the details. Then I'll watch another 100 times, and then I'll start watching everyone's reactions.
You know exactly what a b-boy does, man. You're a b-boy, man. Hard out.
And that's how I pick my friends. If I see you smiling after one of my runs, you're a sick dude.
Then you're my friend. Even if you don't like
I just
me.
need a reaction.
Bro, you look like you had a lot of fun.
Okay, I'll put this away. I'll watch it later. I'll stop.
No,
being
you
a
can watch it
disciple.
now if you want, bro. Do you have the chakmak? Yeah, keep that in the neutral zone. Bro, you know what's funny? Fucking... We used to watch one video so many times because there's nothing else. You could go check on an old video, but like whatever video was hot. So you'd watch this multiple times. You'd watch it so many times to get to the point. And you know, this is where you have to like fast forward and rewind. Yeah, you can't just like skip through, you know? It wasn't like a DVD where you can change, you know, you remember the VHS days. You should have to sit there and fast forward it.
Fast forward,
and
rewind.
find, you know? And then it would get to the point where we're picking out these minute details of someone in the crowd. You know, reactions, what the other dudes are doing in the crew while the dude's doing the breaking, you know, reactions, like, just funny shit, man. And the forums used to go off like that. Like, it's like, yo, how many times did Exuberant use that towel? Like, people would use towels to wipe down the dance floor, and then you'll see Exuberant wiping his face with the same towel.
Yeah,
you
sick.
know?
Or the powder.
Or the powder.
The powder on the floor, the little shuffle.
The little shuffles.
Yeah, never happy, huh? It's always something that's too wet,
Yep.
too dry, not slippery enough,
You know what the grip method is?
not the right shoes.
Yep. Fashion.
My knee hurts.
Wardrobe malfunctions, injuries. You know,
I'm sick,
there's always some bullshit
but
reason.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a crack anyway.
Oh.
It's still me.
Oh fuck it! It's cheaper to enter than to just watch. You know what Alienessa's method for slippery floors? Coca-Cola.
Oh,
Any
yeah?
soda, you just sprinkle it on the floor and then you rub your shoes
Yeah,
in
it
it.
does the job for everything, huh?
Yeah, just
Coca-Cola.
makes it-
You want your jewelry clean.
Coca-Cola.
You want your concrete rotting away. Coca-Cola.
You
You
want
want cancer.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
You want your toilet bowl clean? Coca-Cola. Fucking sickest
Yeah,
Coca-Cola.
There's not much Coca-Cola can't do, eh? Who run the world?
Coca-Cola. Man.
Us.
Yes, whose world is this? The world is yours. Bro, tell us about the event on the weekend, man.
For the event, so for me, pretty much heard Banjo was reviving the Soul Survivors.
Yes.
For the third time it was.
Yes.
And got me pretty hype. Not only because the journey I've been on, I've been able to connect with a lot of these dudes that were repping at Soul Survivor back in the days, 2005, 2006, I think it was, yeah?
Mm.
So, like, for us to just go in with a squad now and represent there with the history that it's got and with the dudes that are brought together at that time, it was amazing, man. Like, the energy, the intentions behind it all, it was just good. The setup and formula as to how it's run, man. It's a joke, but it's what it is, you know. It's all a joke. So
Yeah.
it was just good. Squatted up with Nicals, real close with each individual that I was with, which made it that more special. And we went in, man. We represented every round. You know, we carried Yayo all the way to the top in the final against
Sick.
Chino. Also
Sick.
repping with us for the day, but
Sick.
against KO. But everything was good, man. I learnt a lot. You know, I learnt a lot about the day, about myself, and that's why we all do it, yeah?
Exactly.
So, took away from it just little things that I can, you know, make better and make fun for the place when I'm in there next.
Yeah, word.
And just all in all, the experience was really good for me, man. Just to get that with the boys too,
Fuck yeah.
and just have that moment together.
Made it
You know,
even
we're
more
all still
special.
feeling it now, man. You know, like
Yeah.
that energy continues to carry on
Yeah.
for however long you want it to.
That's it.
You know, and it's a powerful one. So we're feeling it. We're feeling good. I was able to express myself honestly in the moments. You know, not premeditating too much, but just being present. You know, and everything from the way it was run to the environment, the lights, the floor, the people, you know, the music. It was all just good. You know, the judge panel was sick.
Yeah.
You know, you had Mello there, you had Rush and Paddy P.
Paddy P.
You know, some
Four
honest,
Walls. Shout out to Four Walls.
some honest cats on the line there, and a few older dudes that came through.
Yeah.
You know, it was good, man. It was good. I was able to really dance for the people that I wanted to dance for, including myself, you know, and show them what's been manifesting from what's been laid down in front of me, and we're just getting more and more on the prize, you know. We're winning.
Yo.
I think that's the main thing, man. Everyone, no matter who was taken out, you still won.
Yeah.
You're still winning.
Yeah.
You know, it's still about your crew
Yeah.
and about how much you can be in it with each member.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the main thing about these competitions, because you're only in that realm for such a short period of time.
Yep.
You know, and it's how to really embody that to doing better for you after
Yeah.
it.
It's
you know?
it's a crew.
And the more present and the better you can make that moment, the more static and the more that memory, the greater that memory becomes.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. So a lot of good memories, huh?
A lot of good memories. Feeling good. A lot of inspiration from just the kids in general. Everybody there, you know, like feeling that in a competition. Obviously coming out of another phase in my life. Just being able to be in a place where everyone's just throwing down.
Yeah.
And everyone's just, whatever the intention, you know. Everyone's just there to create, show, you know, get loose and move.
Yeah.
So it's like my mum was just filling up with combinations after I broke through, like, you know, the first 3-4 runs of the day, hit the ciphers a bit. Once I broke through that, you know, that first little moment where you're just trying to fit it all in one, I was able to just really, really soak in to the place and fucking take it all in, and man, combos for days.
Damn.
Just seeing it all, taking it in, really, really just being a part of the place, obviously became more beneficial for me. And it's just, that was one of the first times I felt that way, where I was at a place where I had to, you have to show, you have to be ready. But at the same time, you know, I was there and I took away a lot of physical and mental strength and ideas. So it was great, man.
That's
it was really
crazy.
good.
So
Can't wait.
You were really in the zone that day, hey?
I was, bro. I was in the zone and I was in the place, man. You know, the zone was the place.
Yeah.
And I was there.
You were present.
You know? I was present, man. I knew who I came in with. I knew what we were coming in on. I knew what we were representing, man. And we mission accomplished, bro.
Right.
We went in, pure light, you know, rising above the underground. And we came out, bro, in the Cal styles. Just raw, bro, and unique, authentic, original, bro. You know what I mean? We know where the love comes from, you know? So you got to know, that's where you know when to give it back. And it was just one of my moments, you know, where I wasn't stopping on any moment where I could give back and add to that zone, that place we're talking about. You know what I mean?
Word? Yes.
Because that affects, we all have an effect, you know, on a place, the places that we are.
Yeah.
So to be the best for your environment is a lot different to being the best in the environment.
Yes.
You know, and just to be aware of that, and to be not only the best at the spot, but to be the best for the spot. It's two different things, but to be both at the same time, I feel you truly get the best experience out of the whole thing. And You don't shut anything down because, bro, it's like a movie, man.
Mm.
You know, why do you want to black out the good scenes? Why do you want to cover your face from the good scenes, bro?
Yo,
You know, it's like you're missing the point.
for real.
You got to watch it, whether you can't handle it, whether you can handle it. At the end of the day, when you strip it all down, and let me just say, unfilter the little extras that are a part of these things that make it what they are,
Yeah.
you see that it's all just amazing. You know, it's all just beautiful. The fact that we're able to see and be a part of what we are, it's just a blessing on its own. You know what I mean?
Word, bro.
Not shutting myself off to anything. You know,
Yeah.
just flipping it my way and making it cooler for me,
Yeah.
and allowing other people to feel that same energy,
Yo.
and not be afraid to try new things.
Yeah.
Fuck up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Put yourself out there and do something you never done before.
Yes.
You know.
Being vulnerable, being out of your comfort zone, yet being comfortable and being like feeling like you're an invincible motherfucker. No one
100%.
can fuck with your shit.
100%, bro. Because no one can take that away from you as a person, man.
No.
You know?
No. Wow. Contributing to yourself, contributing to the art, contributing to the community, just
Where you are.
just love, eh?
100%, man.
Fuck. Yo, so who was part of your squad? It was yourself?
So my squad repping the Cals was me, Chino, Brush, and Yayo.
Yep.
And it was really good for me. There were a few dudes in there that I've really been influenced by and inspired by and connected with that I didn't, but that time will come.
Mm-hmm.
But for that moment, it was great because my relationship with each individual dude has, over the last year or two, just progressed and manifest into, you know, such amazing relationships. Some of the realest relationships I've gained over my whole life.
Wow.
You know? This is breaking everything up from, you know, family to friends to just people in general. There's connections I've had with each individual dude. It's been an amazing experience for me. And I've learned a lot through these dudes and vice versa, you know. So just to get the moment, and it's been different with each individual, you know. And when we've come together as a whole squad with those differences, but at the same time with the same collective of emotion, thought, spirits, it all just felt right, you know. It was real. Me and Brush been kicking it, training up, you know, jamming every day, whether it's just hanging out, getting to know each other, man. We've been there together for quite a while now, you know. And he's become one of my bestest mates, you know, like closest dudes I got, a true brother, you know. Chino too, wherever he's been in the world, you know, we've always, and he's younger than me, you know. He was the first young cat that showed me that, you know, the age doesn't justify who you can look up to. You know, whether they're younger, older, this guy's like ahead of the time. So
yeah, he is definitely
giving him the gems and receiving the gems and seeing just how your guidance and your presence can really change and affect the later generations.
Yes,
is also been a good little progress and process of me and Chino's relationship. You know, and we've given that space and time to each other. And you know, me and him, man, we've entered realms, bro. Me and each individual dude, we've entered realms, man, not just in this dancing life, but we've broken the walls down just in life in general with each other, and, you know, supported and pushed each other through some pretty hard times, and just through evolving and exploring, and to get up and go and represent with them, and be at the competition on time, and to be there feeling ready, feeling right, man, feeling good where you are, you know, and feeling good in the team that you're representing, and having something to represent. Not only the fact that it was dancing with three of the biggest legends I know, and three of the biggest legends, you know, in the Australian dance community. It was great, man. It was amazing, man. It just pushed me, man, and it's the first time we all went together like that, but the whole squad, bro, like, it was personal, you know?
Word.
Yeah.
It was really a personal.
It was personal, bro, you know, it was really we really took it to church, man. You know, like that was what it was for us, and that's what, you know, everyone experiences it differently, but how I felt personally was just we came through, you know, let everything aside, and we were able to just be in the moment, and really support each other without the extra expectations of what you're usually supposed to feel when you're at a competition together, or
true.
Whenever you're getting tested as a crew, as an individual, and just as a whole collective. Even, you know, obviously the comp, you get one each round. The weakest run gets the goodbye.
Yep.
All of that being said, we were all there from the start to the finish, you know, and we are with life in general.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just for that one day. It's every day we're here for each other. You know, through the thick, through the thin, through the vulnerable, through the honest, through the you know, darker times, the shadiness, all of it. You know, and it's just great to see each individual dude just let go, disconnect, and really fucking be in it. You know, together.
It just sounded like the most amazing thing ever, bro.
I can talk about it all day, bro, and I probably sound like I'm repeating myself, man, but like I do, you know, the memories are solidified, man. Like really painted some sick pictures over the weekend, and just everybody from connecting more with the younger generations, you know, from your young masters to your banjo and to your Khan and the older dudes as well, just bringing it all together, and it's really connected me with my roots and my community. You know, which has really it's really given me the opportunity to be the most honest self that I can be, you know, at all given times. Obviously collecting the keys and passing the keys on, and just knowing how to have a good time, how to have a good time with everybody, and how to be present with everybody is my main focus at the moment. And not having to have a final product all the time, or a finishing, you know, or a finished finale for everything, you know, because it's just a process, everything. So, you know, to just be as present and honest as I can in each given moment that I get only draws me more into this thing that I'm a part of. And knowing that I have got an effect, maybe for the good or the bad, knowing that I just have an effect in general gives me, you know, the power to be able to be involved and really be a part of this thing and change it for the better and create new things for the better.
Just accepting it for what it is.
Because, you know, I'm in a position now where I am, you know, and you never know who looks up to you, who doesn't. You never know who's truly open to taking in what you are, who you are, who people think you are. So in those moments, to just be myself, so that even if I'm not connecting with people physically or lyrically, saying they're still able to see me.
They're seeing the true you.
They're seeing the true me. And I just want everyone more or less to know and see that they can be them through me being me. Whether we talk or not, whether you have my, you know, acceptance, quote unquote, or my gratification or whatever it is, you still know that I'm out here just doing me.
That's it.
And that only shows other people that you can do you too. Even if you don't have a grasp 100% on what your final product is, you can still be yourself in any given moment. You know? And it can be broken down into staying true to what makes you happy, what moves you as a person. You know, and that could be from someone that you've seen get down, someone that you've seen move away, or move away, that you can resonate with. And you see these things, and I think yeah, bro, being honest to yourself, man, knowing what you are coming to represent with a mixture of yourself, you're then able to be honest.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But you got to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know?
There's this kind of to and froing of so many different elements, like a massive spectrum of things that, like in this instance, you know, positive or negative, you're providing a reflection
100%.
for other people to realize, hey, that's me.
100%.
I can be that.
And it comes down to two things when you simplify it. It is, like you said, fear and love. You know, and we get mixed up in the two throughout many experiences, but to just be reconnected and reminded that I'm out here to love.
Yeah.
I'm out here to be loved.
Yes.
And
you're a person.
It's a simple thing.
We're people.
And I want to act with love, in love, and not with fear. And that's just all again about reflections. You know, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you got to be happy with the person you see.
Yeah.
You know, that's what everyone sees.
Yes.
You know, you got to be yourself.
That's it.
Carry yourself the way you want, respectfully, and know that what you're doing it out of love. In the first, you know, at the core root of why you are attracted to this thing.
That's it, word, man. That's it. Acting out of love, not acting out of fear.
Out of fear.
And the difference.
And that could go back to
two.
even having an identity to say that your life's been worth living, and that your experience of that competition or that moment was good enough, made up of all these little thoughts and moments that you choose to identify with, to say that even was a good night, a good time, a bad time, you know, just changing perspectives to fit better for you and your environment. There's no bad time.
No.
You know, it's all a lesson.
Yeah.
There's no good time.
Yeah.
You know, it's all yourself.
Yeah.
It's did you love in that moment, or did you fear that moment?
Yeah.
And if you feared that moment, can you find the love in that fear?
Word.
To not repeat that same thing, because these emotions that we connect with fear are generally stressful emotions. Stressful emotions that don't feel good. You know, and that could be even dancing. It's something that you love. It's something you should love. It's something that you should love doing based on how it makes you feel.
Yeah.
But this fear comes from trying to be too perfect. All these other little factors that get in the way, rushing, trying to do too much, trying to do not enough, or whatever it is. Like, these things create bad emotions that we unconsciously connect to certain labeled things that we do.
Word them up.
And this can also be something that gets in the way of you and the thing that you're passionate about.
Yeah, or just yourself, hey.
100%.
Yeah.
So, like, learning more about this and about myself, just to really love, even comes through with my dancing, where it's feeling good, feeling like effortless, unjudged, free from all that isn't what it is, which is movement at its rawest form,
expression at its
whether
purest
there's
form.
Expression at its purest form, creativity at its purest form, imagination, all of that. It's the possibilities are just so endless. You know, why do you want to just grasp onto one thing or two things when you start changing your perspectives and start really removing time as a factor in all of this, and physical skill for what it is, and you start looking at just you start appreciating this thing for what it truly is, you know, without all of this other stuff that comes with it. You start to take your time. Take your time within yourself, within your dance, to see how you want to attack this thing, how you want to approach this thing, what you want from it, how you want to feel when you're doing it. You know, I don't want to feel rushed. I don't want to feel anxious or stressed that I may not pull off a certain move, or I may not look like the coolest dude, or I may not get the song that I want, or whatever it may be.
May not win the competition.
Exactly. Therefore, I just don't want to be in a position where I find myself pointing at all these different factors as to why I wasn't able to be present, in love, and happy in certain moments that I go to for that. So it's changing those, rewiring, reprogramming the constructed to fit better for you. The older you get, I feel you're taking these layers off, the things that are first put on you when you're so raw, fresh, and pure.
Yeah.
And you just take it off and you bring things back. You bring things back to fit you,
Yeah.
you know, to fit you better, the emotions to resonate with you better, for the better, and learn how to truly enjoy what you do for the purity. You know? So I'm just in that process, manifesting that, you know, so that I can come out and properly be confident as to who I am and as to why I do what I do, and keep it open at the same time for change, new ways, continuously exploring as I'm manifesting this crispy side and multiple sides, but all still at the same time just really getting into that realm and knowing how to get there anywhere, anytime, everywhere, every day, just as a person, so that I can feel that love, whether I look good to you or not. You know, you're the winner. You're winning if you're truly winning. If you're truly able to express yourself, honest in a moment, you win. You feel that sense of relief. You know, so if you're constantly on that relief it's just coming out, and therefore I'm able to give a more pure side of me, you know, a more honest version of myself, without all these other things that could contradict the way I look on a certain day, or the way I feel on a certain day. Because you're never truly going to really be able to pick that.
Yeah.
But you decide how you want to take it in.
Yes.
You decide how you want to let it sit.
Yes.
You decide how you want to attack it.
Yep.
And just, it's all just working better for me now. I'm working for the better around me to grow together, and to just unconditionally love and support one another.
Word.
And communicate honestly through our voice, through our energy, through this physical thing, through your dancing, and evolve, man.
Word. Grow.
Yeah.
Grow.
That's why we're here, you know. We're here to grow, we're here to evolve together.
That's it. Together. Key word, together, man.
Yeah.
Bro, it's crazy.
Because, you know, if it's unseen, if it's unheard, did it actually happen?
Yeah.
Did it actually change somebody's life?
Yeah.
Did it help someone?
Yeah.
Maybe it just helped you.
Yeah.
But how long is that going to carry you for?
Yeah.
Then, you know, it's like that's entering another side of the spectrum on all this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Where it is a community thing. Like you said, we're humans. We got tribes, you know, going back in the ancient days, you know, we weren't all just solo, all for all. You know, there were villages, there were communities. That's the law of attraction, you know.
Brings
So
those right people together.
The more I get to know myself, the more I know who I want to be around. And it's generally yourself in other versions, in other reflections of light.
Yeah.
And you just come together to build these superhumans of awareness and of just presence. And this is our tribe, and that's who we are.
Yes.
Whether you want to put a name on it, you know, a label to that tribe, as it is, you know, the Nakals, the Born to Burn, all of that.
B-boy.
We're here together. B-boys,
Hip-hop.
dancers, whatever it is, man. We're
Sick
here
cunts.
together, you know, and rather competing with everyone that's around you, you got to be one with everyone that's around you,
Yeah.
you know? And you got to grow as a person to evolve your community,
That's it,
and
man.
then the community evolves, and on so many different levels.
Bro,
And that's just where the mind state's at the moment, you know.
I
In
think
terms
so.
of
It sounds like it, you know. Before I go on to what I was going to say to you, I was just about to say to you, I think you give, bro, so fucking... I'm glued to this seat, bro. Like, I don't even need to talk, bro. Like, you just dropping some legit bombs, and I'm not blowing air up your ass, you know. Like, this is some really, really deep shit, man. This is legit deep and meaningful, you know. Like, and I'll always look forward to these when I interact with people. It's not something you can get every time, you know. But again, like you said, you know, it's up to you how you process things, up to you how you filter things out, how you take it in, how you take things on board. But I've known about you, of you, for at least 15 years. From that time you were up on stage at Get Crumped,
Yeah.
you know, where you battled Diane.
yeah, you were emceeing.
Yeah, I was emceeing, and then I had to pick from crowd shouts. I couldn't get,
Yeah,
you know.
you went the double crowd shout because
I
you
had-
couldn't decide the
I couldn't
first time.
decide, man. It was legit from where I was standing, where we were standing up on stage. It sounded like both of yous, the crowd loved yous both. You know what I mean? And then I even looked at Anna.
And
it's
we
like,
both did, but when you
You were
think
both
about it,
winners.
when you think about it, she rinsed me. she killed it.
She was pretty amazing, bro. As were you. But at least you got the $50 cash from the person in the crowd.
I got
man.
$100, bro.
Oh, that is so
Yeah.
sick. When I saw that, I was like, this little sick dude in his baby blue, like,
That's it,
fucking
just 'cause
gymnasium
just
top.
because you come second, it don't mean you're not winning. Here's
Exactly.
$100.
Exactly. But the point being, bro, then I really got to know you, like, fucking... And it's not about me. It's really about what you just said, yeah? Is that as I've really got to know you in the past 2 years, maybe 3. But you said the word rewiring.
Reconstructing,
Reconstructing,
rewiring.
reprogramming. It sounds like, bro, you've been able to... Let me find the chakma. Where's my chakma? It's over here.
I got
You
one.
got one. Yep, sweet.
Saint side, shout out.
Shout out to Saintside. We are in the BRIMBANK region. Shout outs to all the BRIMBANK region peeps. But yeah, G, like, you sound like... Bro, to see the growth, you know, is amazing. Because it's just like, wow, like, fuck. You just... I guess might as well make a question out of it, bro. It's like... How does one go through this rewiring and this reprogramming, you know? Like, say, for someone who's never heard of you, seen you before, like, I'm sure there are people out there right now, they're just like, fuck, you know? They're just in a rut because day to day, same thing. Day to day, feeling the same thing, doing the same thing, hearing the same thing. And then just to be able, and then actually maybe more so to the point, not feeling like they're getting anywhere, not growing.
Well, this is the thing, right? We first are attracted to this thing. Not even... There's 2 things here. There's dance, man, and there's life. There's being able to be a part of this community that's shown me just how to heal. Because first and foremost, I come to this thing to be nurtured, to belong, to be a part, to be accepted, to be healed, and to be moved emotionally, right? But that's not always going to be there for you to get, right? So along the lines, you need to find that contentment, that love,
That acceptance.
that acceptance in yourself and in life in general. You know, you're generally drawn to something out of emotion at first,
Yes.
only to realize that this thing, it does play a big part on it, relieving, being able to relieve yourself from certain things that are going on in your life, whether you want to talk about it or not. You can get it out in your dancing, and
Right.
and for other people, it could be your art, your work, the gym, whatever it is that you've chosen for your release, right? But at the same time, when you remove this form of escape, this release, there's still these emotions there.
Mm-hmm.
There's still these feelings there to
Mm.
be either gotten or
addressed.
Yeah, whatever it is. So I feel like after a while you tend to just look at how to be whole without all the extra stuff around what you're initially drawn to this thing, not to feel apart and all of that. But I was gonna say something, man, because it's just I've thought about this as well.
Take your time with it, man.
See, again, bad habits, you know.
Word.
We're at a time where it's like we're always growing, you know. We're never perfect. Trying to figure out as well, even now, like how to change certain habits with good habits, you know, bad habits with good habits. You know, we're slowly trying to, the older you get, the wiser you become, the more aware you become, if you choose to be.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very aware of what, say, even a cigarette does to me, but I still continue to do it for temporary desires, pleasures. I'm addicted to this thing, right? But I still am without this thing. So now, sometimes when I do it, I know why I do it. I know why I truly do it, knowing that it's probably not good for me, emotionally, physically, mentally, and my health. It's not. But I've justified why it's a good thing for me and why I like doing it and things like that. You know what I mean? So it's funny. I'm still trying to get rid of this bad habit, by the way.
Same here.
But again, I need to find better habits to take my mind off the bad habits, to giving into the bad habits.
I believe one of the ways that is done when in the act of doing that, it's called transmutation. You know, that's what we do when we dance. We transmute feelings of aggression into physical movements. Yeah, you know.
The spirits have entered.
The timing.
Welcome,
welcome.
all the newcomers.
Welcome.
They just flew straight out of nowhere and opened the door by themselves.
How crazy is that shit?
And maybe managed to knock the microphone off. We just didn't really see it.
How crazy
It looked like Llama did it, but it wasn't him.
That's
I went off
shit.
into another answer.
It's relatable. Keep on going with it if you want.
So first with this is because I do have something to say to the people that are going out there, the people that are out there that are, you know, like you said, afraid to express, or they're just at a plateau or whatever it is. Emotionally just not stable.
Yeah.
And the thing with me is that for that, it all comes down to where you choose to surround yourself, where you choose to be, where you choose to, what people you choose to surround yourself by, what thoughts you choose to take on, what thoughts you choose to allow affect you, right? How you can reconstruct what's been constructed. When you're so empty from a young age, filling up over time with all these things as to what's right, what's wrong, what defines you as a person and what doesn't, what makes you a man, what doesn't, what makes you feminine, masculine, whatever it is. You know, whatever these labels are that apparently make you who you are, these labels to situations, scenarios, to say that it's a bad thing, it's a good thing, whether it be you cheated on your missus, or you got into an argument, or whatever it is. You know, you at the end of the day, along the line somewhere, have been told, or you've said and been said in your mind, this scenario is a bad scenario, and if you do this and that, it's a bad thing, which then leads you to believing that you're just a bad person, that you're just a bad this and you're a bad that. And I'm not just saying from cheating and this and that, but it's just really anything. Even the way you think, how you think, you know, it's connecting and attaching yourself to believing that you are your mind, you are your thoughts, when you're really not. because at the same time it's a processor, it's a tool of the mind, it's a tool of the body. So it's gonna be creating things constantly, constantly to grasp onto and to have an idea, to have that security of knowing who you are, and what you are and why you do what you do, because of all these reasons as to why it makes it okay emotionally, as well. So again, if you find yourself in a situation like that, start looking at the things around you. Start looking at the people around you. Start really listening to what the people around you are saying, how they make you feel, and start looking at why you feel that way, and dig into the emotion behind the subject. Why do I feel this way every time I'm in this situation? Why do I feel? Because you have constructed that way, or you haven't reconstructed it in a way that you've chosen now how you want to feel from something. And now you're becoming the person that reconstructs everything you've been through, emotionally or not, because everything is what it is, and everything is lesson, and only you are the one that decides whether it's going to affect you in a good way or a bad way, and how you can overcome bad things in a good way, and how good things can become bad as well at the same time. Now this all is putting two and two together. When I got cheated on, how am I supposed to feel? How am I supposed to react? This is how I've been told how I need to feel growing up, through TV, through parents, through everything. This is how I need to act now.
That's your programming.
It's my programming. But what if I don't want to act that way? And what if in a situation where I come upon happens, and I don't want to react the way that I've been told or that I've seen, or I don't want to be the person that I've been told I need to be, or the person that gratifies me enough to make me feel like that's the person that I need to become, because it's the way that people see me, or the way that people force me into this trap or this box of me being this person because I'm good at it, or I'm doing it, or I've done it. So to say, so we're always connecting these things together. So for me to sit here and go, hang on, I don't want to react that way. Whether it be in a battle, whether it be in a situation where you've just caught somebody cheating on you, whether it be someone says something you don't like. Why are you reacting this way? Why do you feel this way? Because you're continuously identifying everything as a personal attack, as a personal thing to say that you need to identify this moment with something right now. We always need to know.
You want to see it, Dad? Oh yes, sorry. Yeah, like relating it back to yourself.
So it's like
constantly.
Then you're able to see, okay, when this happens now, I don't want to react this way. So how do you do that? When that situation comes again, change it up. It's one thing to be aware. Change it up. Use that ability to make it fit better for you.
To manifest what you want.
What you want, how you want to feel, and how you want to actually deliver what it is you're trying to get across, which is an honest version of yourself. How honest are you if you're a running mechanism of everything you've ever been told, said, done, and whatever it is?
Purely textbook, purely the program.
Purely what your parents have told you. Purely what your friends try, see you as. Purely all these other things that exist. To say, okay, I don't need to feel this way. That all just comes back down to my security, my insecurity, where I need to grow, where I need to meditate in a bit more, where I need to sort of explore a bit more, to knowing the best way for me to take something in and to let it either sit to fit me the best, and how I can give it back the best way without reacting, but actually giving, just in that moment, say. And sometimes it's not going to be accepted, you know, what you have to give in that honest state of mind. Sometimes it's going to make someone feel uncomfortable, whatever it is. But this is where you're now able to get out of that rut, because you're only then left to know the more honest, you're led to a more honest situation, that maybe you don't belong where you are. Maybe you need to move on, try new things, let certain habits go, let certain ways go.
Acting out of love as opposed to acting out of fear.
Yes, forgive, release. Get rid of these old ways and these old things that don't resonate with you anymore. And even though maybe things can be all good for you, for how long? Until you need to start letting things go. Allowing your mind to be open to change, to new things, to new ways. We never truly have a grasp on who we are. We think we do, but the people remind us as to who we are. When you remove the people, who are you? In your rawest, most purest form, when there's no one to remind you of who you are, when there's no one to see what you are, then you're only left to be within yourself, you know. And I found just observing how you are, how you react, how your emotions are when you're in certain situations that are emotional, you know, and digging deeper and fixing it and fine-tuning how you're going to take it on the next time. And it may not be straight away, you know. It's like watching a good movie and you see someone's persona and you're like, man, that guy's so cool, you know, I just want to be like him. And you might act like him for a day or two, but then you just get over it and you get tired of it, and it takes too much effort, you know. But just to be aware of that change, that better that you want to be, or that better you want to feel, to see that and actually just try, accepting that it's not going to be perfect the first time, and then it's going to happen over time. But the more you do it, the more you just be yourself, be present, and not run off older sort of identities as to who you need to be, allows you to just feel more free within the way you can express yourself. And that's what you can create that in any place that you are. But, you know, don't be holding other people up on who you want from them and what you want from them and why you want them around. You have to leave it open for them as well.
It cuts both ways. Exactly.
And each time it gets better, you know. A little example: the girl goes out at night. Say you're in a relationship. Sometimes in a relationship, when one person is out, the other person is all of a sudden maybe lonely, maybe miserable. Who knows why? When you're in that situation, it's compassion too, you know, putting yourself in other people's situations, in other people's shoes.
That's it, compassion and empathy.
And really getting out of your physical body and out of their perspective, and really just going into your environment, into your surroundings, and just seeing what's necessary, what's better, what's going to be better for that moment, and what isn't.
Without imposing
what is
anything
going to be
of
relevant and what is going to be completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
To saying destroying the moment.
Yeah, word.
And just allowing this energy to be brought up. You dig into these things based on experiences, and if you're going to fill up all the little time you do get alone with just putting a phone in your face or playing games or watching movies or going and hanging out with people for the pure reason that you just want to be entertained and that you just don't know how to be present and you don't know how to deal with these things that are going on in your mind, well then that's something for you to focus on, and that would be to just have your moment and really just allow your mind to get through these issues that you want to get through, and stop trying to get those through other people when you still need to find it through yourself. Now, it's just all about changing ways, changing perception, your intention for yourself, and doing what you want to do because you truly want to do it. It's intuition.
Mm-hmm.
And really allowing that intuition to speak up every once in a while and lay down some core roots as to how you want to feel now, say this age, or how you want to go about this situation in this age. I don't want to feel jealous, or I don't want to feel nervous when my partner goes out,
Mm-hmm.
or when I'm at a dance competition.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you need to feel nervous? Why do you need to feel stressed?
Mm-hmm.
It's because there are all these little things in between that we're not thinking about when we are alone, as to why we are even drawn to a situation, whether it's good or bad. It's just being aware and observing that, and knowing that you can change how you think, how you can change what thoughts you want to attach yourself to, and what thoughts should just be let go of.
Cool.
Whether it's a quick one, whether it's something that's come and sit for a while, you are the one that becomes a true selector as to how you want to think, how you want to feel, and why. So it's just getting that moment and really listening and observing how your thought process patterns are, and what you instantly jump to as to, whoa, all of a sudden I feel this way. All of a sudden I feel that way. Oh, but I feel shit now. Do I need to feel this way? This person has done nothing, Josh, for you to feel this way. Maybe it's a past experience. Maybe it's something that's happened before, a bit of trauma as to why you feel this way.
Right.
But give everybody the chance to be themselves. Don't try and tie everyone up into categories all the time, and yourself and all these things that are non-existent based on the comfortability of everyone being on the same page. No, this is how I go about this. This is how I see this situation. You don't need to understand me. You don't need to agree with me, but this is how it sits better for me. And I don't care if you're out having the best time of your life. If that's what you're doing and you're honest about that, and you're out there because you want to be out there, then I am happy knowing that I am at home cooking dinner by myself, with myself, loving life, loving the fact that you're out with the comfort and support of me, your friend, your partner, your soul brother, your soul sister, whatever it is. And I'm a part of that, and I'm able to have an effect on myself and you that way. Getting rid of all these things that don't exist, all these scenarios that we create as to how things could go wrong when they haven't gone wrong. So you're really just trying to get ahead of time. Is this person capable of cheating on me? Or am I going to lose this competition? Or it's always ahead of your time. And this is where you're able to really sit alone and understand again just why you are in that place for that time then and there. Then you start to realize that anywhere you are and anything you do, base that you've slowly been putting it all together, knowing that you, wherever you are, can express yourself as Lama Rock, as Joshkun. Whether it's accepted or not, you still wake up and you still know that what people see is exactly what it is. And that you don't need to be a running mechanism of all these other things that truly just don't feel good for you. And don't bring the best out of you. Man. Do you think that helped a little bit?
Fucking hell, bro. Yo, that was incredible, man. What the fuck?
And not always tying things up. That's the thing. Not always tying things up to say it was better that way. And I figured this out in the club, right?
Right. Tell me.
I figured this out in the club because, again, you wake up, you've had an amazing night. Now, you start to play back as to what contributed to making this an amazing night. The music was sick. My friends were vibing with me. They were making so much noise every time I was just there. This happened, that happened, that happened. That's why it was sick. That dude spoke to me. That dude said some shit to me. That's cool. Then there's, why was this night so bad? Oh, the music wasn't great. I fucked up a run. I'm not feeling it. My body's tired. I'm not able to deliver how I truly want to right now. Whatever it is. All these little things that identify themselves with being negative, being bad, being irrelevant.
Yeah, they're very irrelevant. Yeah.
It is. And that's where I was truly able to see that right now, I don't need to be at my best. You know, right now, I don't need to like the music. Because whether I like it or not, and whether I think it's wrong or right, I'm here. That's it. Leave if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Don't sit there trying to have fun while you're sitting there identifying only the bad things that are happening and only creating excuses as to why you can't be present and why you can't be having fun, even though it's not your style of music, or even though it's not, you're not on your best performance, or you're not feeling the best, whatever it is. You know, it don't take much to feel good. A little two-step, you know, it's presence. Presence is where we get our feeling from, you know? And that's where I was able to see that the music, take it away. The people, take it away. Take everything away. The friends, take all of it away. And what do you have with the moment? You have a choice as to how you want to move, how you want to feel, how you want to vibrate, and how you want to take things in, and how you want to see things, how you want to be in that enlightened space of just being, and not judging anything, not judging anyone, knowing that in all of these moments, it's only you creating excuses, doubt, self-judgment, and reasons as to why you're not having the best time of your life, and as to why you're not living the best version of yourself, given any scenario, situation, person, song, space, or whatever. Now you become the true selector. You become the true programmer to your game, to your movie, the true director as to how this is all going to just be good for you, with or without the people. Now when the people come, when the good music's on, it's all just a bonus. It's all just that little bit more cooler, that little bit more better. Maybe for me to say, yeah, it was sick. Or maybe for me to go, that moment, it just happened like that. And that's what it was. Yeah. And it was amazing. And whoever was there. And we felt it. And, you know, we embody that energy that's there. And just be grateful that there was that many sick things in one night.
Yeah.
Rather, even if it's one or two things, you know, get those things and identify the moment with that.
Yeah.
Whether it even be the fact that you left your house.
Yeah.
And you, in any scenario, in mind state, whether it's down, dark and fucking shit, you left your house and you actually made the effort to be where you were. Now the rest is up to you. And that alone is a positive thing to take away from something like that.
Yeah.
That you didn't not go out.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to.
Yeah.
But everything else told you emotionally that you shouldn't.
Yeah.
So that alone, just simple things.
Yes.
Start looking at the good things.
Yeah.
As to why it's good.
Yeah.
As to how you can identify good dot points to situations.
Yeah.
So that you can have a better time reminiscing. A better time recreating. A better moment ahead of that time.
Yeah, word.
Without being ahead of the time.
Word.
To saying this and that.
Yeah.
It's out of your control.
It is.
You know now that you've come to a place and this is what's on. You know now that this is who's there. Everything else is up to you.
Yeah.
You leave or you stay there and you have a good time.
Huh?
Knowing that you don't need to do anything more than what you came to do already. Be a part. Be one with everyone. That's what you went there for. You know? You didn't come there for nothing else but to just lose your mind, release a little, and wherever it is we go, we don't really need to do much. Feed us and we're good. You know? So any other given moment, it's like, it only shows you, man, that you can change the way certain things sit in, even with what you're going through now.
Mm.
And it's going to be different every time. So don't try and recreate. Don't try and be in a place competing with whether this night was better than the last night we were here. Because you're only as good as the last time you were actually there.
Yeah.
So really, it's you are where you are, man. Like, it's only there where you are.
Yeah.
And you just got to keep it open for new things, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all deducts down to the being in the moment.
Being in the moment. That's it, man.
You're not trying to like convince yourself otherwise.
Or anyone else.
No.
That it is anything greater than what it really is, or worse than what it isn't.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And everything else is a bonus.
100%.
Or the most terrible thing if you look at it from that side of things.
This is where compassion is a good thing, because you want to start looking at people that don't experience any of this at all. You start thinking, where do people like that get a sense of, I don't know, hope? Where do people like that get a sense of that feeling of being a part, being loved, being nurtured? You know, that's why dance is, I can only be grateful for it.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be a little two-step or not. You know, it's just an amazing thing to be able to really just move the way you want to move. And no one can take that away from you. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm all for anyone going out and just moving the way they want to move.
Yeah.
In a honest way. And no one can take that from you, man. And that's where everyone deserves the freedom of choice, the freedom of expression, whether it's accepted or not. It may not be accepted to some, it may be accepted to some other. It doesn't necessarily mean that anything that person does is right or wrong. It's only right and wrong to you. Therefore, I'm able to remove my judgment of people, place, judgment of life, what I expect from this life, what I've been told that I need to do in order for me to be in a situation where I've had a life worth even living. Because some people don't. Some people aren't in that place or even that state of mind to say that that's even a thing. Do you know what I mean? And whether it even be a thing or, yeah, man, like, or some people that truly, really don't have anything and still able to be one with somebody else that also has nothing or also has everything. It's like, just got to be grateful for the gift of being able to be present and move simultaneously to how you feel and how you want to in that moment, and just being. So, you know, we're all here experiencing this life together. It's a big deal. But just keeping it open, man. Keeping it open and not always focusing on what was and why it was, but what is and where I am in it. And just, being grateful for the simple things, bro. Yeah. Simple things, you know, happiness. It's something that a lot of us strive through as to why we do things, but you know, there's a lot of different factors to that, because again, you still have people that don't have any of this and they're still the happiest people alive, and there are still people that have so much less ability than us in terms of, you know, their physical body or the way they can express themselves lyrically in that. It's just like, you just got to count your blessings, man, at the end of the day. And every moment you get on top of having a full stomach, a roof over your head, and somebody to love you, that already is like, just be grateful for it.
Yeah, man.
Don't let it get the worst of you, because
Yeah.
this thing truly is a gift and something that not everyone can experience. So that alone, you need to acknowledge that and not take that for granted. And just understand. That's a good thing to understand. That's why I want to go out, man. And like, just, it's kind of irrelevant to now, but yeah, that's what leads me on to like
all relevant,
wanting
bro.
to go out and travel and actually help small communities that are in need through this dancing and through this thing that I've been able to experience. Go to these communities and these villages, man. It's just an imagination of mine, and just being able to feed communities and build awareness as to how this thing can also bring great unity within small little province and communities and places on earth that probably need it the most.
Word.
Because it's free. You don't need to pay for this. You don't need money for this. This way of life, this understanding, this thing that we do. It's just, you see it and you instantly know. You see it and it's there. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And to give that energy and go around and give other people that nurture and that love through expression on that term, where they don't need to know how to speak, where they don't need to be as physical as I am, but they can be sitting there and you can do it mentally, physically, and you can be lifted as a whole for free. It just starts ticking all the bells, man. They're going off, and it's like, I really want to get amongst that, doing workshops and running little jams and battles out in these places, man, and just going to the local stores, wherever it is, and helping those little communities.
Yeah.
Whether it be just coming in for a quick little positive drop, to be able to share and also be inspired, man, and to also really give where it's truly taken in on a simple but raw way, in a raw way.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to get it across.
No,
It's more of a calling that I'm trying to express.
Yeah. Through what you're, it
Through
seems to
these
me like you're
things.
identifying as a very simple thing as interacting with people.
Interacting with people, and at the same time, this, without wanting something from them, without competing, because when you take away all these things, the competition is gone.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as competition.
Yeah, exactly.
No such thing as, we are all one. We are together. We are experiencing this big movie together. The only thing is, you're director with that camera, I'm this director with this camera.
Yeah.
And we all out here, and we all have we're all the directors, man. We all have our own camera, and we choose how we want to see things. We choose what we want to put in, what we want to take out, where we want to look, where we don't want to look, what we want to listen to, where we don't want to listen to. And I just feel like these areas would be a calling, because you think about it, right? This is just a bonus to me. It's not my life. And it's helped me with my life, but it's not my life. And I am who I am without this thing, for the simple things that I have what I need, I know what I need, and I have what I need, and it's not something that I need. It's not. It truly isn't. It's just something that's been so good for me, something that I've gotten because I've wanted it, and something that I've been able to manifest and really see the depths of spirituality and just life in general through this thing that I've seen. So for me to be able to go and connect and give that in places that probably could do with it the most, it just, yeah, man, it feels like it would be a good mission for me to get on. But again, still widening myself through here so that I can be ready and so that I can do it properly. And like I said, man, it is just going back. It's a bonus.
The bonus of the bonus is you could also give free haircuts.
Exactly.
Or paid ones.
And I do.
Yeah.
And I do. To where I know it's really gonna, have an effect and really gonna change someone.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, like my haircut, again, it depends who you are, where you are. My haircut price changes, And for different people in different scenarios and situations in life, it changes.
Exactly.
And I don't do my hair for the fact that I'm now at this level and this is the only type of work that I'm going to do on that. And this is the only price I'm going to give. Nah, because everything I do, there's different approaches to it as well. And when I see that I can really connect with you and change your life in a way, money is just another bonus.
That's exactly right.
And if the money is not there, just being able to connect with you is the bonus.
Yeah.
Just being able to really share that moment with you and to heal you and to let my fucking beautician skills come to handy, make you feel like the person and break your walls down and build good walls with you. And it's the same as my dancing. It's just, that's what it's given me though, the ability to allow this all to just be who I am, and give me a better approach as to what I am, how I want to attack
Life
in general, So I mean, we're gonna do it, man. And
you're doing it, bro. You're doing
we're
it.
doing
man.
it.
Spoken like a true barber. The true barber who's the healer, he's the beautician, he's the counselor, he's the provider, he's the like, oh shit, you got shot, man. Well, here, take a shot of this whiskey. Let's pour a bit in the wound, man. I'll cut that out for you. It's why those spinning wheels should be, what do you call that barber thing with the red and the blue and the white stripes that spin?
The barber pole.
The barber pole should have one like constantly attached to you or your car, bro. Like you should have like your ciggy should have like the barber's pole spinning on it, bro. Because you just, bruh, I'm fucking
So yeah,
mind blown, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. And we're always changing.
Whoa.
Things are thoughts and my ways are always changing. And I don't want anyone to hold me up on the person that I am today, but allow me to be the person that I am to become. And I think the more we start changing our ways in terms of why we are even surrounded by the people we're surrounded by, it just allows for better things to come and for people to feel better when they're around you. And that's all you really hope for when someone leaves you, for them not to understand you, but for them to just, for you even to know that they felt good being around you and that they could truly be themselves, whether it was, again, accepted or not. Everyone's got the freedom of expression, and we're here to help each other. We're here to communicate, share our opinions, and grow together. You know what I mean? Going back, if this thing's chopped up, man, I came to a point in time where I'd been battling for so long and danced, been a part of these competitions and all of that, going back onto the whole emotional thing. It's like, I found at a certain time, man, I was going a bit bipolar, within just myself. And this was going through a time where I was short attention span, really just going from thing to thing, place to place, face to face, just filling up all my time in these weird ways. And I'd go to competitions and I'd be a part of this dancing that once upon a time I really just loved being around. And then I got to an older, phase in my life where...
A more mature phase in your life.
A more mature phase in my life where I'm now still trying to reconnect with my inner child, bring that out, at the same time do it with flavour, with taste, maturely, as who I am now.
Yeah, like a good bottle of whatever.
And also who I am when I'm in my rawest form, which is like a child, and a child that doesn't need a lot, but, tying the two up together. And it's another challenge just coming out again and still being older and mature and being able to just release yourself from all of these suppressed walls. And identifications as to how a man needs to move and how a mature man needs to do something or whatever it is, right? And it brought me to a place where it's like, I'm here, but I'm emotionally all over the place. I go from happy to sad to annoyed to angry, you know, whether it be the music's not in my favor, whether this person's doing some whack shit that I just fucking not feeling, to just overall judging the whole place as to why I shouldn't be here and why I'm better, you know. And that all brings in the point of me feeling bipolar. I'm not here for the right intention as to why I was here originally. Why was I here, Josh? This is where you need to have your little moments by yourself, and even to express this with a few friends, you know, just to stay on the same path and to see just whether maybe this is how a friend feels as well. I don't want to feel this way, and I shouldn't. And I've let all these other things in between allow me to feel this way, right? I don't need to feel this way. So realistically, I brought myself to the place. I'm here to dance. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to indulge in the essence. I'm here to connect with other people that are passionate about being at that place as well, on that date, at that time, whether I agree with them or not, whether my intention is the same with them or not, whether you're on my level
or
spiritually, not. Physically, or whatever you or not. I'm here. I got this moment, and it's just, again, a big fucking bonus and plus to my life and to my movie, and I'm able to come through in this scene and actually maybe be one of the few leading characters that are in a role, to setting an example and to changing other people's perceptions and mine and feelings and the energy of the environment and the place, so that it can all just be a great time. And it doesn't need to be a shit time based on the factors that make this thing what it is, you know, which is irrelevant anyway, you know. Only you walk away with the way you feel. Only you walk away with what you chose to see, how you chose to feel, you know. So it's like acknowledging that, man, and just understanding that I am not greater than anybody, and that I'm not above anybody based on the level of experience that I've had, but that I'm able to just come to a place and be with other people that have also somehow got to that same place, and be the light that I am, and to give all that I have manifested in that moment, and to just challenge myself to having the best time and really just being present and entering realms with myself, with my crew, what I stand for and what I represent, to show other people that this is the purity of the moment, and that this is having a good time, and that this is why we all come together, you know. That's how I wanted to change my perception. So I made sure that when I went to these competitions, that was what I said to myself. This is why I'm here. And the person standing apart from me, I'm not against you. I'm not above you. I'm not here competing with you. I'm actually here competing with myself. And whether you beat me or not, I'm still going to love you. I'm still going to love this moment if I know that I was able to represent honestly. And honestly, for me is winning. Do you know what I mean? So that's how you win in life. Through honesty, through being honest with yourself in the present moment, and being one with everything, and not being apart or separate, you know?
Bro, spoken like the last warrior, bro.
And that's us, man.
Bro, thank you for blessing us with your presence,
Thank
bro.
you, man.
Thank you so much, man. You're
Love you,
a
bro.
fucking legend. Love you too, bro, man. You gotta come through again, man. Please.
Yeah.
You're gonna bless this
100%.
mic
We can
again,
talk all
bro.
day, every day,
Bro.
man. 100%.
Damn
man.
it, man. You had me silent for the whole time,
Reflections
bro.
right now.
Reflections, inflections, all the shins ever, bro. It's hurting my shins. Fuck. Bro, thank you again.
No, thank you, bro. And thank you for all the time, all the nurture, all the love, all the present moments you've given me over the past, man. You know, one good thing leads to another. You gave me, you know, it's surrounding yourself with people like this, but really truly being where you are because you truly, because you truly, I don't know how to say it. Because you truly feel that belonging and that self-growth when you're around somebody. And to see that someone like Lama has given me the space and the time to try new things, say things without being judged, just being around guys like this that show me that I don't need to say things just to, you know, tick all your boxes or to make myself feel good at hanging around you, to listen to you, talk to you, to be with you, man, and just to see, you know, and be in that moment with you and be shown, just scrap that, to be guided, bro, the way you've guided me, and just knowing when to give, you know, and when to listen. And I acknowledge that now, bro, and it's been a long journey since we've been hanging out and dancing a few here and there and stuff like that, and all along the way, man, like I'm just grateful to have someone like you in my life, bro, you know, and that will be forever, for eternal, bro, you know, whether you're around physically or not, that'll always be a part of me, and it'll always be a part of what I give to the next generation, to the people that I surround myself with, bro. And that's why I'm here too, man, you know what I mean, like taking that llama and being the llama, you know, being the goat, bro, being the ultimate sick dude that fucking truly knows how to guide and nurture and love all of us as, you know, your son, your brother, whatever it is, man, and to stick around. And I'm grateful for that, bro. And at the end of the day, that's why I love being where I am, and that's why I feel so fucking real, man, and so myself, because that's what I've had around me, man, you know. So thank you, bro.
Bro, thank you, man. What about?
That's it.
Thank you. Bro, you're a legend, bro. You're a legend. You're a fucking legend, bro.
So tell me, have you brought Lama to tears? Because I have.
Motherfucker. Bro, that's fucking legendary fucking episode 1 hour 26, bro. You're a fucking mad cunt.
1 hour and 26 minutes?
Yeah.
Dang.
Bro, you went in, bro. You went in.